Побачимо, як вставляють робітники під проводом різця Євгена Стефанова.
This is the interior of St. Vladimir's Ukrainian Orthodox Church. We're looking at the altar area, which will be obscured by the Iconostasis once it is installed. Here's the truck arriving from Eugene Stefanov's workshop in Stony Plain outside Edmonton. The workers unload the pieces of the Iconostasis. It weighs in total 2 tons, long tons that is, and breaks down into several pieces for shipping. The Iconostasis is an ornamental screen dividing the sanctuary from the nave. It can have up to 5 tiers. This particular one will have 3. This is part of the upper tier being brought in. The pieces are lined up in numbered order, preparatory to actual construction. The bottom tier has now been installed and the second one is being put on. The archway over the main gate was one of the most difficult pieces to install. And now some difficult maneuvering to get the third level up. This structure has been designed with a prefab format so that if any one piece is damaged, it can be removed without dismantling the entire iconostasis. The ornate archway over the gate leading to the sanctuary is being installed. It's extremely heavy, being mostly of solid oak. The carved pieces are of jelutong, a Malaysian wood, which is softer and easier to carve. Eugene Stefanu had pre-measured the space and the arch ceiling above it, has worked on this carving from a long distance. This is where everyone holds their breath, hoping that it does indeed fit. After some difficulty, this tier is eased past the last resistant 1/4 inch. The openings you see will be filled eventually with icons, 50 of them, which of course will not be ready till May of next year. Now the workers set about securing the structure to ensure that it is stable. Holes are drilled into the concrete to accept anchor bolts, which will hold the structure. Oak filler is used to mask the joints between the various pieces. And the main sections are screwed together. Here Eugene is hanging one of the secondary doors. Jean checks everything over to make sure it's a perfect fit. The finished structure measures 17 feet high by 30 feet long and 1 foot deep. Here Eugene is starting to install the main gate. The icons in the main gate traditionally consist of the 4 apostles of the New Testament, Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John. The workers use a level to make sure that the images are perfectly straight. The upper image is of the Annunciation by the angel Gabriel to the Blessed Virgin Mary. And here we see Father Taras Krochak, pastor of this parish, and Shirley Din, head of the Icon Committee, posing for pictures. And the final touch to the archway over the gate is the crucifix. This is Father Taras Krochak, the pastor of St. Vladimir's Ukrainian Orthodox Church. Father, can you explain to us a little bit of the meaning of this Iconostas and why is it prevalent in the Eastern religions?
In the Eastern rite of the Christian faith, it is an important tie with the Old Testament tradition, the Old Testament temple, where the temple was divided into 3 parts, and this enables us to continue to have the 3 parts of the temple, the entrance, the main body of the church, and the sanctuary. And in the Old Testament church, the sanctuary was a very important part of the temple. It was called the Holy of Holies, and that is the sanctuary, the sacred place of the Holy Temple, and that is how it continues to be today. And the Eastern Rite churches have continued. This is not a new tradition, it is an ancient tradition, and we just continue with that tradition.
And I understand that each of these blank spaces that we see behind us will have individual icons, all with special meanings.
Exactly. The undertaking of the building of the Iconostas and the writing of the icons is, especially the writing of the icons, is a long process, and therefore we didn't want to have our members have to wait for all the icons to be written before the Iconostas was installed. Therefore, we decided to fill in the blanks as the icons were ready, and therefore that's the route we took. And yes, each blank has its own icon with its own significance. Mostly of saints and special events of the life of Christ.
And also including, I understand, some figures from the Old Testament.
Exactly, to tie in the Old Testament temple with the new.
So in the long run, it'll look something like this.
Very much so, yes.
And how long is this process going to take?
Hopefully we will be finished by May 1995. The writing of the icons will be finished by then, and shortly thereafter we'll have the complete consecration of this Iconostas.
That'll be a cause for a wonderful celebration.
It sure will be. We're looking forward to that.
Thank you, Father Krochuk. We are very happy to have visited with you today and seen this wonderful work of art.
We're pleased to have you.
And we wish your congregation everything.
Well, thank you
all
very
the
much.
best.
Десять років тому православна громада відкрила свою нову церкву в імені святого Володимира. Наші глядачі, напевно, знають, що багато більше потрібно, ніж тільки стіни, щоб закінчити українську церкву. Тепер закінчена і сьогодні, 21 березня, благословенна наступна частина цієї церкви – Iconstas.
Хай Господь Бог благословить усіх вас щастям, здоров'ям, добрим мисленням, щоб ви працювали, бо ви будете за короткий час уступати ті сліди, що ваші батьки. Pretty soon you'll be stepping into those steps that your parents will be leaving behind empty, and you'll have to fulfill those shoes. You'll have to work for this church, and that is you're working for the good of your own community, but you'll be working also for your salvation, but at the same time for the glory of God.
Enter your grace and bless.
Дякую, Отче, за ваші привітальні слова. Помолимось за цю святу громаду, за її зріст. Подякуємо Господеві за його щирі ласки, які він слав на цю громаду, що на такий короткий час гарно укріпилося і в короткий час збудували цей гарний іконостас, якого ми посвятимо сьогодні. То ми дякуємо Господеві за його благородну опіку, за ці ласки, і нехай він не перестає силати це для добра цієї громади, доки прийде він у своєму духу приході на цю землю. Заблагаємо ім'я нашого Спасителя Ісуса Христа. Слава Ісусу Христу!
Слава навіки! Святого нашого спасіння,
Христос посеред нас.
мир, воєводи,
Христос посеред нас.
вода.
Увійду дім ти поклонся храму Ісусу. Твой Господь кладь так, всі заводимо вірно, Твою прикидання.
Правдивою Богородицю тебе величаємо.
Слава тобі, Христе Боже, надія наша, слава тобі. Освячуй цією водою на честь і на славу великого Бога і Спаса нашого Ісуса Христа, на пам'ять святих Його, во ім'я Отця і Сина Святого Духа. Амінь. Во ім'я Отця і Сина Святого Духа. Амінь. Во ім'я Отця і Сина Святого Духа. Амінь. Освячується ікониці, укроплення освячується і водою на честь і славу великого Бога Спаса нашого Ісуса Христа, на пам'ять святих Його, во ім'я Отця і Сина і Святого Духа. Амінь. Во ім'я Отця і Сина і Святого Духа. Амінь. Во ім'я Отця і Сина і Святого Духа. Амінь. Ім'я Отця і Сина і Святого Духа. Амінь. Во ім'я Отця і Сина і Святого Духа. Амінь. Ім'я Отця і Сина і Святого Духа. Амінь. Господи Боже наш, Ти єдиним словом створіння, створив приділ Його до існування і невимовними образами різно Його прикрасив. Ти зібрав посланого на Нього Духа Святого, і це сонячне світло вилив на Нього, щоб відновити Його. Амінь. Во ім'я Отця і Сина і Святого Духа. Амінь. Отця і Сина і Святого Духа. Амінь. Отця і Сина і Святого Духа.
По благословенню Iconostasa парафія приготовила обід і програму у культурному центрі. Президентка парафіяльної ради Ширлі Дин і отець Мирослав Хрещук гостили обід. При головному столі сиділи Катерина Комук, Марій і Джон Чернеський, Катерина і Біл Лебедович, Добріка Адрі і отець Генрі Локуста, архієпископ Іван, отець Мирослав Хрещук, добродійка Надя Хрещук, добродійка Дона Крочак, Джін Мекитяк, Іван і Джін Голук, президент ТУСа Нестор Папиш і його жінка Ака Папиш.
Ми будемо просити Господа, щоб Він обдарував нашу паніще щасливим, спокійним, здоровим життям ще на многі і многі літа. На многі.
Ми також бажаємо пані Джін Мекитяк многі літа. Також присутні були отець Антон Тарасенко від Української католицької церкви у Спені, отець Микіал Лупул від святого Івана Румунської православної парафії і діякон Іван Біаловський від Успенії.
Від мене Щиро дякую. Прошу встати. Тебе величаю. Слава Отцю і Сину і Святому Духові, і нині, і повсякчас, і на віки вічні. Амінь. Господи, помилуй, Господи, помилуй, Господи, помилуй. Владико, благослови. Амінь.
Гомін України сердечно бажає парафії святого Володимира многії літа. Це Володимир Романюк для Гомін України.
We have a very special guest for this part of our program, Fanny Mekitak. Fanny lives in Calgary. She's 101 years old and but has only been living in Alberta for 30 years. Welcome to the program, Mrs. Mekitak. We're glad to have you with us today. Can you tell us why you left Ukraine?
Why I left Ukraine?
Yes.
Because we was awful poor, and we have nothing too much to live, and big family, and we look for the better future.
And were you farmers in Ukraine?
Yes, just a small farm.
Mm-hmm. Now, when you first came to North America, you came to Philadelphia.
Yes.
Why did you choose to come to the United States?
Well, I come for the work. I have my cousin down there.
So it was through a cousin that you went there. And did you meet your husband in Philadelphia?
Yes.
And you got married, and then he came on to Saskatchewan.
Yeah. I met my husband. He went to Canada. He got homesick, and he come back to the States. He got married down in 1913.
I see. And then the both of you came to Canada.
Yes.
And that was in 1913.
1913.
To Saskatchewan. What was the name of the town?
First thing we Chaplin.
That was between Swift Current and Moose Jaw.
That was close to our family.
Mm-hmm. Did you come by train?
But yes, by train.
And how far were you from the little town?
My farm?
How far was your farm from the little
25
town?
miles.
That was a long way. And did you go by horses or oxen?
We walked 12 miles.
You walked? Oh my.
The one farm was nobody take us there.
Oh.
So we went to one farm and stay overnight. And next day we another 10 mile walk, another farm.
Oh boy. How did you feel when you saw all this space and the fact that it would take so long to get to your farm?
I was thinking I have to take it, that's all.
You know, I think a lot of women felt like that when they first came here. This was just such an emptiness, but they were here and they had to make the best of it.
Was everything empty.
Yes. And had your husband built a house for you when you
He built the house, just. He built it before me to the house.
So the house was waiting for you?
Yes.
Was it a one room or two rooms?
2 room.
I see.
Just a 2 room.
And then you started farming. What power did you use? Horses or oxen? Or?
Oxen. For 1 year. I have to tell you about the horses.
Your husband preferred the horses?
Yeah.
Now where would he get the horses?
Oh, he have to work. He walked 35 miles. One farmer will have axe and sell whole thing because his wife was sick. So he got 4 horses down there, and he paid $1,000 for 4 horses.
Oh my!
Horses was awful dear. Was harness and everything.
And how much land did you have?
We have 600 acres.
I see. And how many children did you have?
4.
And now you did all the work. Did you work outside too?
Yeah.
Just like all the other wives?
Yeah.
Did you like that?
Yes, I liked it.
Now what did you do for entertainment? Did you go to the neighbors?
Pardon?
Did you go to the neighbors for visiting? What did you do? Did you have any time for pleasure?
Well, I have no time.
Not much. How did you travel to town?
The town?
When you went into Chaplin for groceries and things?
Oh, we went with the horses.
And somebody was telling me the stone boat?
Somebody, neighbor helped us.
Now, you've been living in Alberta for 30 years. You
Yes.
live with your daughter here in Calgary? And what do you do in your spare time?
Me?
Now,
Oh, I'm sewing and do some work.
you're still busy.
Still busy. Baking bread if you want it, clean the house. I'm always working.
Do you bake bread and knead it by hand?
Yes.
You don't have a machine?
No,
What do you think of all these machines?
I don't like machine.
You think that women should be doing, or just not women,
I
but
do
men?
better with my hand.
Better with your hands.
I make it good bread. I used to take it loaf to the doctor. Doctor says the best bread. He tasted it.
Maybe it's a healing bread. Maybe that's the secret of your long life. Well, thank you very much for being with us today. I hope that the rest of us have the energy that you have. Thank you for being with us.